or a chaser, if you will, I guess a mixer for White Lightning. And you know what? If you taste Mountain Dew, that kind of makes sense. Couldn't you imagine mixing that in with a little bit of high octane something or other and lighting your hair on fire?
I think that's why soft drinks were invented, is to mix in with something mostly.
You know, it's a very interesting thing to think about who Tennessee is going to read. It's going to be some international company. It's going to be some bank or some insurance company. That thing with J.P. Morgan Chase. I mean, those are the people that have that kind of money. These shoe companies will give you money, but they're expecting something in return. The banks. I mean, when you go into any city, who are the biggest buildings in any town? I'll help you out. Your bank and your insurance company. And that's not accidental, ladies and gentlemen. They're telling me it was created on Magnolia Avenue, near where the Swan Silvertones used to sing. See? We're getting some Knoxville trivia today, and we didn't even know what we're trying to do here. But Matt, are you a Mountain Dew person?
No, I'm
not either.
Only when I get desperate.
Let's go back to our phones. Cameron in Charleston, hit it. I got 2 minutes. Hit it.
Hey, Tone. Just real quick, I know you brought up Josh Richardson. Another shout out to a former Vol. Jordan McRae got married last weekend. So
that's fantastic, man. Where is Jordan now?
He's retired, or he's playing overseas somewhere.
That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. Another great guy.
Yeah, great player. Great player. Best dunker in Vol history.
I'll tell you what, the guy had an unbelievable offensive arsenal in terms of the things he could do on the college basketball floor. No question.
Yep. And an NBA champion. Got one his rookie year.
There you go. And an NBA champion.
Well, that's all that matters.
Hey, Brian,
anyway,
thank you. Hey, Brian, did Grant Williams win one in Boston, or did he win one the year they left? They win one the year he left.
He was gone by the time that happened, but Jaden Springer won one with Boston.
Yep. Jaden Springer.
Jaden Springer got a ring, and Karl Malone never did.
Jaden Springer's still in the league.
Yes.
I don't think Keon is. I think Keon's bust, whatever you want to call that. I think he's bust leaguing right now. That's tough, guys. That's the thing about Richardson sticking 10 years. Sticking 10 years in that deal is no joke. But congratulations to him.
Think about how hard it is to get there.
Congratulations to us for doing an entertaining show before the fun gets down. Bino will be with me tomorrow. Hughie will be in here with us tomorrow. It'll be fun, frivolity, all that, and a bag of chips. In the meantime, check us out over at tclub.team today or tonybasilio.com. I want to thank Laura on the board today for the stellar work. I mean, just flawless work by her. And I want to say that I'm great to be hanging out with my brother Steve. So no overtime today. We're going to hang out. Where are we going, Steve? Gun the records? What store are we going?
Grooves and Tubes.
See? That's what it's all about right there. Grooves and Tubes. My wallet will never be the same. Till we meet again, the playbook is up next with my man William Pattison. Here we go.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
And Here we go. Live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios, it's the Playbook on Fan Run Radio. With Garrett Armbrust, Brett Hollander, and Connor Whitney joining you, I'm William Pattison. We appreciate you listening along with us on this fine Thursday from Knoxville, Tennessee. And we've got plenty to cover over the next 2 hours, including the Derek Owings effect in full swing for the Volunteers, as he posted out on social media some progress reports of many of your favorite Volunteers heading into the 2026 season. And these guys are getting ripped. They're getting yoked. They're getting everything. This is an impressive timeline and work ethic that Derek Owings has instilled into this group. We'll give you those measurements, those numbers, and talk about how important of a hire Derek Owings was for Tennessee football. Then we'll pivot over to the reaction across college football of Arian Carter's suspension. Obviously, yesterday it was a bombshell that Tennessee linebacker Arian Carter had been suspended 2 games over a $427 flight. I don't even know these days if that's in the front of the plane or not. That kind of figures to be he's boarding with Group 6 or something.
That's a Group 8. That's Group 8.
So, I mean, it wasn't even like some premium seat. And now he's suspended 2 games by the NCAA, but we continue to have a number of issues in college athletics. Hell, Charles Bediako was in Puerto Rico a day before potentially playing against Tennessee. I know that they filed injunctions and did all that, and I guess Tennessee could file an injunction here, but with how close it is towards the start of the season, it kind of makes it difficult to do all of that. But my understanding, and I think it was also reported as well, that Tennessee already kind of pushed back on this and went from 3 games to 2 games. But even if it were 3, that Kennesaw State matchup, not that important. The Georgia Tech matchup, though, that does have some significance. And you also would love for the guy to be able to play all the games during his senior year. So we'll talk about the reaction from numerous people across the country. I actually really loved what Russell Smith on The Drive said yesterday, talking about, what, just play them. Why even bow down to the NCAA when they're allowing a ton of other things to go down? So we'll discuss that. And then in hour 2, we'll talk Tennessee and Duke. They're going to have an exhibition matchup once again this season. The Blue Devils came to Rocky Top last year, and that was a ESPN broadcast in which the Duke Blue Devils and Tennessee Volunteers went up against each other. Now, Tennessee will return the favor by heading to Cameron Indoor. We'll talk about how that could be an interesting glimpse into what this team may look like. And then we'll have our final college football Thursday trivia as we wrap up the month of July. I held it to myself that once we get into August, we're not playing any more games and shenanigans. We're getting to business, and with practice and camp starting next week, we'll have a ton to talk about. So we'll wrap it up today with our Thursday trivia, and we'll have that final Jeopardy as a part of our final thoughts. But plenty to cover on a Thursday. So happy you're here. If you're on that YouTube live stream, make sure to like and subscribe. And let's get into the action. But before we do so, let's welcome in the rest of the crew. Garrett, beginning with you. How are you?
Doing good. Yeah, not a whole lot to report on. Just still waiting for sports to come back. Last night there was nothing on TV. There was couldn't even get an MLB baseball game on TV. Brett, there was some soccer match on last night though. ESPN.
Yeah, preseason soccer.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was on TV last night. So I'm just more ready than ever for football to get back. The Hall of Fame game though is coming right up. So at least we got something to look forward to.
Preseason soccer for what is this, MLS?
Well, no, MLS is in full swing. It's English Premier League and stuff. They start, I think, like the middle to end of August. So they get out and they do a summer series a lot of times around the U.S. and things like that. Like Liverpool were playing last night in Yankee Stadium versus another team from England. So there'll be multiple games on. MLS All-Star game was last night, but it was on Apple TV. So, but it drew terrible numbers.
I wonder why.
Well, that and the crowd wasn't even like a full crowd at all either.
Well, hang on, wait. They put a soccer match in the middle of Yankee Stadium in the middle of baseball season.
They did. They played.
Oh boy.
So they were out there in Yankee Stadium in the
That's
outfield.
tough.
So the field was a lot smaller, much more narrow, out there and stuff. So wasn't the greatest soccer ever, but.
I guess that's the first non-baseball event to go down there since the Bad Boy Mowers Bowl between Penn State and Clemson.
It was very bad.
Yeah, and those seasons for each team were very bad as well. But outside of that, Brett, a good night, good day today.
Yeah, outside of the big story for me right now is being the soccer guys. What's going on with all this FIFA stuff, like this. This new president and things like that, trying to get money from private equity firms and investors and being kind of side by side with, Trump and different things like that. It's been really, taking up a lot of my time reading stories on that and the boycott going on. And it's getting real ugly. I didn't think there could be anything uglier than NCAA. And then you get FIFA, so it's a sad story what they're doing to my sport right now and stuff like that. Probably the same way you guys feel about some of this NCAA stuff going on right now too.
Sure.
So just for comparison, even though this is a bigger animal than NCAA, it's all kind of similar in what's just money being tossed around and just a lot of legal stuff. And frankly, people don't like the president of FIFA just like they don't like the president of the NCAA, so it's a wild story right now, and I won't bore people with it, but it's kind of drawing my attention over the last, really couple days.
I feel like no one ever really likes the president of anything, whether it's the president of a business.
Especially when you don't do it right.
So.
And the transfer portal's open in soccer, so there's a lot of stories going on with that. So, so it's I'm still busy outside of here, just trying to keep up with that, and things like that. So, but other than that, doing well, and humidity's down too a little bit today. I noticed.
Is it?
Thankfully,
that's a nice thing.
Well, there we go. Yeah. Connor, to you, how are you?
I'm great. I can't wait for football to be back. We keep talking about, college football coming back and the NFL coming back. And, I personally am really excited for the Colts to come back. I have a lot of faith in them this year to finally break through. I think they made a lot of great moves in the offseason. I think they hit, and I think they're going to make the playoffs.
Wow. That's a lot of.
I have complete and utter faith. As the people on the stream can tell.
If we had closed captions, it would probably have an excerpt mark next to those statements. I've never heard a Colts fan have that much confidence for a new season.
They're definitely going to be 8 or 9 or 9 and 8 this year.
That's a standard of Colts football. Daniel Jones, the Car Fox, leading the way. Real quick on the YouTube chat, Buck says, welcome back. Crew did a great job. Thank you guys for holding it down. Music City Sam, Brett, you're not going to like this one. He said soccer is over for 4 years.
Not for me,
He's
man.
Not wrong.
I will say.
I mean, for most of the people, but, people that love it and follow it as closely as I do. I mean, I could follow, y'all probably follow college football. Like, I follow the leagues and stuff like that. So that's a big deal for me.
No, I understand.
No, but I mean, it's fine. Everybody's going to have their opinion. I know people around here don't like soccer.
I'm not trying to knock the dip off your chip. I get it. I get it.
For me, it might be just 2 years. I might watch the Euros in a couple years.
Bottomless chips. Chili's. There you go.
We went there the other night, actually.
Did you really?
Yes.
Man, I'm going to have to
I got some spicy chicken sandwich. I didn't know they had spicy.
You and Alex still owe me and Allie a Chili's.
It's going to be hard to get the four of us together these days.
Yeah.
They're off in different worlds.
I know. I'm excited for her, though, tonight, real quick. Dropping on YouTube, Tennessee Athletics, the Rick Barnes documentary coming out at 7:30.
Oh, yeah.
Allie was working on that for about a year, and she could never really
whole year.
She was a part of that.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was a part of it.
Now,
cool.
was that a deal where she had to take 2 classes for that, or is it just on an internship, or how did that work?
I don't know specifically. I think it was originally for a class, and then it just is a big project.
Okay.
But
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, she did a great job with it. A lot of good interviews, a lot of good prep work, and all of that. So really excited for that. That's 7:30 tonight. But we'll get into our first things first topic, and that is the Derek Owings effect in full swing for Tennessee football. as yesterday on social media, Derek Owings very, very active on social media. Not all coaches are like that. Some of them are now taking time away from social media, as Lane Kiffin announced last week at SEC Media Days. But Jim Knowles, that was a big hire. Derek Owings, I thought, was a little bit bigger. And when you look at the guy's muscles on this Tennessee team, you can see why that might be the case, because Deshaun Bishop up 13 pounds of lean mass. Travis Smith Jr. up 14 pounds of lean mass. These are just the offensive guys. Faison Brandon, 19 and a half. Deson Brain, 14. Kamari Blair, 19 and a half. Some pretty strong numbers.
And they all run fast, right?
And they all run fast, too. Mike Matthews, he posted out in a separate post. Mike Matthews is up 10 pounds and now is running 23 miles an hour. I love to hear that.
Cheetah.
Yeah. And then you look at the defense, Arian Carter, 14 and a half. Quay Moss, 15. Mike Bethia, 17. Hezekiah Harris, former high school kid, he's up 23 pounds.
Wow.
I mean, you talk about an immediate impact. This is exactly what it is. And, I'm a big nutrition guy. I watch what I eat. I watch what goes into my food, because it really does rile me up that America allows humans to eat such crappy food. Seed oils and all these ingredients that you have to spell out, or they look more like onomatopoeias than they do like actual ingredients. And that's been a big part of this, folks. You go look at some of the pictures they're posting out from the cafeteria. They're not eating Cheeto Puffs and nachos and fried food. All that's out the door. We're eating real food, steak that comes from a cow and hasn't been processed. We're eating vegetables. We're eating starches. We're eating real food. And then when you match that with pushing guys to the limit in the weight room, you're going to get results like this. They're getting out that, the saturated fats, the body fat percentage. They're moving all that out because they're eating right, but they're also being tested to the limits. And when Derek Owings was first hired, I thought this was a championship hire. If you want to have these types of seasons where you have success and aren't struggling to tackle opposing players and aren't getting on your hands and knees in the fourth quarter because you're tired, you've got to have guys that push you to the limits in the offseason. And Derek Owings is a no BS guy. From guys I know on prior teams at Tennessee, what was going down in the locker room, what was going down in the weight room was not up to the standard of an SEC school. It was come in, maybe do your work, maybe push yourself a little bit, but ultimately you don't want to get hurt, just get out of there. Derek Owings isn't doing that. I wouldn't want to tell Derek Owings, sorry, man, I didn't hit my goals today. You're probably run around the track after something like that. So he has instilled a culture that we don't put up with BS here, and we're not putting it in our body either in terms of food. And I think that's why you're seeing these results immediately, and I think it's going to have a big impact heading into the new year. Garrett, when you hear these numbers, 14 and a half pounds for an Arian Carter, 23 pounds of lean mass for Hezekiah Harris, a former high school kid. What do those numbers tell you about the impact that Derek Owings has on this team?
Very impactful, obviously, to be able to get those numbers up. And obviously that's just going to help your on-field performance with some issues that bugged you last year, tackling, even tackling angles from the speed that you've gained. I think it'll be a much stronger defense. I think there were a lot of plays last season where you just saw, weak defense, and maybe not that they weren't trying, but maybe there could have been more effort laid out on trying to tackle a player, things like that. I don't think you're going to see that as much this year. And as much as Jim Knowles, you hope can, fix your defense schematically and things like that, you got to have the bodies to be able to do it. And, it seems like you're doing that. These guys aren't just adding 5 or 6 pounds. They're adding 15, 20 pounds. And some of the pictures that you saw yesterday of, Faison Brandon and Deshaun Bishop, I mean, they look like different players. TK Keys, they look like different players on his Instagram page from the first photos that were taken to the ones that were most recently taken. So, if you want to win in the SEC, we've talked about it before, you got to win at the line of scrimmage and in the trenches. And obviously the the biggest, best players in college football play in the SEC and the Big Ten for the most part. So if you want to compete to win these divisions, you got to have the bodies to be able to do it.
I mean, guys like Deshaun Bishop, who I thought were already, kind of hulkular, like the fact that he has now put on like 2 or 3 more veins down the side of his arms and has even more muscle mass is incredible. I mean, even the guys that were in good shape are now even in better shape. And some people in the comments section are saying, Derek Owings has inspired me. I've lost 20 pounds, says Music City Sam. And Buck says he's lost 25. Everyone's excited in Knoxville.
That's why they're losing weight.
Well, because of Derek Owings. They're firing him up.
That's a bit much.
Eating better and turning that good food into progress by getting it done in the gym.
Did we need to see the pictures, though?
I put the picture on the.
That's a bit.
That
was a bit much. That was a bit much.
No, we gotta see him.
I put the picture
cringe.
as the front cover for today's stream.
I saw that.
We got to
show the effects.
After, I think
the effects are what I want. The effects on the football field. Well,
we're off to a good start.
I've never once doubted the Derek Owings hire. The proof's in the pudding with that guy. We saw it in his couple of years with Indiana. Like, he made them big, fast, physical, and all that, and this goes a long way. But the last time I saw Tennessee running without shirts on, we got our, what kicked.
I know, but
like,
that was
it's cute.
This is
right
off
now.
season though. And this is where you lay the foundation for what the season's supposed to look like and how these guys are going to play and how they're conditioned for the games. I mean, this is what you want to see. It's better than them, showing out in 20-degree weather, just going with stretch bands, thinking that they're all that, only to get their teeth kicked in by 25 points.
Continue, go.
No, I mean that's. We all knew what he was going to be about. I mean, you saw that. You saw the weight gain and things like that, the pounds, and these guys are going to be in really, really good shape and things like that. They're Division I athletes, and Derek Owens is, again, my questions aren't about, the Knowles hire and the Owens hire. My questions are about Heupel and things like that. But, yeah, I mean, it's great. It's awesome that they're put on the speed and strength and getting lean and things like that. Hopefully it's, knock on wood, knocks out some of the injury problems we've had in the past with some guys. And yeah, I mean, this is obviously a good thing. I'm just saying I could deal without the pitchers. I don't need 8-9 guys up there telling me they're fit and in shape, but
you can see the results though. I think anytime you want to show I've changed, like, some people, like when they lose weight, like they want to show the before and after because it shows progress.
No, that's fine. It's all good.
You just didn't like the way the pictures looked.
I mean, it was just shocking to see. You don't see anything like that ever. That guys are just, let's just take a picture and put this on social media. Here we go. Here's what they look like. So, maybe people do like it. I don't know. It's not for me, I guess.
I don't know. I think they like the results. I don't think they like,
I mean, keep it. I mean, some stuff can be kept in the locker room. The before and afters, things in that nature.
Cookout Tray 734 says he bought a whole squat bench rack because of Owings. Now, Cookout Tray is a little counterintuitive to.
Yeah, what cookout are we talking
about?
Did
that come with plates of 5s or with 45s? That's what we need to know.
Well, if he puts down those cookout trays, he'll be putting in some Derek Owings type progress.
He's talking about cookout where he's got some grill.
Oh, he's talking about
chicken.
He's talking about cookout on the strip.
Double cheeseburger, corn dog.
Hey, give me that
quesadilla.
shake, brother.
Yeah, that's a
shaking some hush puppies.
I love cookout.
That's a 2,500 calorie meal coming out of that place. Connor, what about you? What do you make of the progress?
I mean, look, I couldn't have been more excited to see, and there was so much hope that came with the Derek Owings hire and seeing it, and now you're seeing the fruits of the labor a little bit. I think you're kind of starting to see the crops kind of grow up, and you're starting to see the results. The next thing is just, what does the product on the field look, and how does this look, not just early on in the game, but how does it carry into the fourth quarter, into like November and so on and so forth, right? But it's hard to not think that this is insanely encouraging for the conditioning, the quality of like the tackling, how the team's going to look for a full 60 minutes. That way, when they dig deep, at that crucial point in the game, maybe you get to the third Saturday in October, you got a 3-point lead, and you're trying to put Bama away, and you got to run that 4-minute drive, but that Deshaun Bishop and you got the entire offensive line now, they can just dig deep because of everything that they've been putting in over this offseason because of the Derek Owings acquisition, this is where games arguably could be won, right? And so when you see the results already, you see the physicality and you see the physiques that Owings and the culture, that Owings is instilling into these guys, I think it's very encouraging for what Tennessee is going to look like over the course of 60 full minutes, perhaps even overtime. We saw a couple overtime games last season, and the Vols were dog tired against Georgia, right? But how much more energy, how much deeper can they dig now that they put in a full off season with Derek Owings? That's what I'm excited to see, and I think they got a lot more in the tank.
Well, my philosophy with, and again, I'm going to pull this back to the food. I think people they are healthier and they feel better and they're more cognitive when they're eating the right way. And that's been a big part of Owings' philosophy since arriving, getting all the fried food out of the building. And we're not doing chicken tenders and fried catfish, all that's gone. We're not eating anything that is dipped in batter and hot bubbly oil.
Sounds good.
We're eating stuff that comes out. I'm sure it does sound
Surf
good.
and turf instead.
No more.
Yeah. We're eating stuff
Sounds
that
like
comes
Captain
out of the
D's,
ground.
No, they're doing that Ron Swanson turf and turf, man. They got got one steak right on top of the other, man.
They were eating stuff that comes out of the ground, animals that walk on the ground and are not in cages, and then, it comes out of the sea. That's the stuff you need if you're going to put all this work in. Because I think there are too many college athletes, too many high school kids too. Like, you go look at David Gabriel George.
That dude's built.
He sticks out. But he said recently in an interview, he doesn't even remember what a Big Mac tastes like. But you go and look at a lot of other high school kids. They're at Taco Bell. They're at, all their favorite fast food joints. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you want to see results faster, and if you're putting in the time and effort to stay late in the gym and push yourself to the limit, then you got to eat right. So I think that's been a big thing with Owings. And then on top of that, this is going to be something that translates to the field. A couple of comments already have kind of touched on that as well. When you are mentally sharp, when you are being pushed to the edge, and that goes on for a 5-6 month span, then you are going to become a better player, regardless of the sport. Football, tennis, soccer, preseason soccer, whatever it may be. Because you're training the right way and you're helping your body get to its peak performance. So the tackling angles, that's technique. But the speed and the pursuit of those tackling angles can be equipped through getting this stuff done in the gym. The mental errors of false starts and bad snaps and all those things, stuff like that's learned during this time as well. Just being more mentally equipped and being able to adapt in tough moments. So, again, I think this is a championship hire. You saw the results he had at Indiana last year. Fernando Mendoza was a little bit of a stick when he arrived on campus, ended up filling out and gained 20 pounds. He won the Heisman Trophy. I don't think Faison Brandon's going to win the Heisman Trophy this year, but it's good to have a 18-year-old eating the right way and in the right process, and you can get him down the line to be a really good player because of the types of techniques and types of routines you're implementing in place. So when we talk about how this could translate to the game, I think it's just mental acuteness. But Garrett, to you, how do you feel like these hard training sessions and eating the right way, how do you feel like that translates to Josh Heupel's team this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we've said you're going to see the impacts on the field. I think mentally these players have to, want to do it too. You have to want to get your body in the right shape. You talk about DGG, how good his body looks. His body looks a little different than the kid from outside Birmingham, Alabama that's about to go be a KA at Alabama and drink 1,400 Miller Lights during pledship this fall. That person doesn't really care too much.
Yeah.
DGG wants to be, a professional athlete and play in the NFL, which is what all of these players, well, maybe not every single one, but anyone that's starting on the Tennessee football team, that's probably their dream too. And if they want to play in the NFL and win games in college and, get awards and take your team to the highest of heights that you can go, you have to get your body in shape and you have to do things off the football field to improve your stock on the football field.
I think it was Bob Baskerville of The Drive. He online yesterday, he tweeted out, "Where's GMAC?" in all this. I did not see a GMAC photo. And you mentioned, a lot of different guys.
Oh, we saw an article a couple weeks back of how much weight he'd put on.
I saw Faison, though. I didn't see GMAC.
I don't know. Too ripped for pictures, I guess.
But there were some pretty ripped guys on there.
He's in the locker room, not wasting his time with this picture day.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is universal across a lot of colleges. I mean, it's not Tennessee is not the first.
I know that's
first school to take progress.
That's why
pictures.
it's ridiculous.
They're not. They're not the first.
I know that's why, but I'm saying that's why it's ridiculous. Because you don't need the pictures. I'm tired of the pictures. I don't want to see pictures.
Okay, well, is it something or nothing that GMAC was not included?
Nothing.
Okay.
Because they're not there to lift weights. He's there to fling a football around.
Okay, but if you want to fling it 5 yards farther, you have to put on. I mean,
a little bit more velocity as well.
I don't know how they pick and choose who was in there. I don't know.
Well, they had a lot of guys on this list.
Faison was one of them.
No,
right?
GMAC is that a
Faison wasn't in the other one?
Was Faison in one of them?
There was one from like the 10th or something like that where they said he was up like to 2-0.
That was just an article though.
Yeah, but it was saying he put on weight, because we talked about it on the show because we were like, does this change anything about the QB battle or the QB race or whatever, things like that. But I don't know.
So a non-story.
Do you think he's doing anything for Heupel? Because he needs to get mentally right too in some of these games. Fourth quarter, his mind goes haywire on some of these decisions. Well, he looked like he was in better shape at media days.
He does look like he's in good shape. I'm not going to comment on a coach's physique. That Skip Bayless.
What does Russ say?
That's more Skip Bayless
commentary.
commentary.
Personal looks aren't show fodder or something like that.
I talk football X and O's.
Hey, he's our head football coach.
I know, but he's not running through the tee to go play in the game.
I want him at his best this season. He's on the hot seat for me.
Heupel looked in real good beer drinking shape at the Luke Combs concert. I tell you that.
At the Luke Combs concert.
Well, look, I'm not going to.
It's fine. I'm happy for the guys. They're in shape. We're going to be.
You want to know
this goes a long way to help on the football
like Sean McVay?
A Super Bowl champion quarterback or coach. Yeah.
Coach,
I would rather them look like this though than a bunch of large.
What could you have done without the pictures?
Do
you like to see the progress?
I like to see the progress.
Okay.
I think Deshaun.
So if they just if he just put Deshaun's up 13 pounds or whatever,
you want to see what those 13 pounds look like.
That's why you can't see it.
Here's the thing. Yeah. If I told you I just bought a new car today,
okay,
you're gonna be like, "Oh man, he just bought a new car," you're probably thinking like brand new, like 2026, whatever it may be. You want to see a picture of it?
1999 Honda Civic.
And if I send it to you,
I might have to see it in person.
And it's some 2000 whatever Honda Civic with the bumper hanging off of it, and it's new. I mean, it is new. You're gonna be like, "Oh, well, that wasn't what I thought."
Yeah, you went to a Google image and sent me some.
But so what I'm saying is you can say I added 19 pounds of muscle.
Uh-huh.
But what does that really mean if you don't see those results? I bought a new car today. If I show you the picture, then you get to see, oh, it's that type of new car.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a 2026 Chevy Silverado, it's that.
Yeah.
If it's a 2005 Honda Civic with, the oil dripping out, it might be new, but it's not going to be as impressive.
Fair.
So I think that's why the progress pictures are there.
Well, they're there. Happy for the guys.
Yeah. Now I will say some of them are a little bit close up on certain parts, and you might have should have left that part out. But I do like seeing the progress.
Okay.
So good
keep
stuff.
it going, Derek Owens.
All right, when we come back on the other side, another big reaction yesterday was Arian Carter and his suspension, 2 games by the NCAA. We'll talk about what the college football world is saying just about 24 hours after the fact. Stay right here. It's the Playbook on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans, this is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for. including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
All right, back here on the Playbook. We appreciate you listening along with us on this fine Thursday from K-Town. A reminder, Fan Run Night at the Smokies, August 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time at Covenant Health Park. Smokies taking on the Rocket City Trash Pandas. I have a former Tennessee pitcher that's a member of that team. I don't know if he'll be on the mound or not. If I were I guess they play these long stretches, so I'm sure they'll throw Nate Snead out there, but I don't know if it's going to be specifically for our game. But regardless, we'll be there. A lot of cool promos going down that night as well. Thirsty Thursday, half-price draft beers, college night, $10 tickets with a valid student ID. I think I've still got my student ID on my phone from 2 years ago. Maybe I can get in for $10.
You might.
And then also arrive early to get a commemorative Fan Run Night t-shirt. Third year in a row. Should be a great time. Always one of my favorite events that we do here. So mark your calendar and make sure to continue listening to Fan Run Radio so you can learn how to score some free tickets to it. Thursday, August 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Nate's actually looks like a starting pitcher.
So they play like 6-game stretches, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know if he would play the Thursday night. I know they've got Tennessee night on Saturday.
You would think he'd throw one of the nights, but maybe not.
Certainly not. It'd be nice if they could line it up that way.
Strategically, I would wonder if he does Tennessee night because Deshaun Bishop and company will be there. 1,000 first 1,000 fans get a bobblehead, Deshaun Bishop bobblehead.
Hey.
That game's on Saturday, so 2 days after
gotcha.
Fan Run Night. You can go to both, though.
Yeah, you can.
You can go to both. Good spot downtown. I mean, hey.
Think his bobblehead will be jacked?
Well, the bobblehead is actually like his prayer celebration.
Yeah, I did see that.
So it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I might have to walk down the street and get one for my
there you go.
My knickknacks collection.
I reckon they did not design that bobblehead, after the fact, after the transformation that he underwent.
Knoxville Smokies coming out this week. A new ripped Hulk, Deshaun the Hulk.
Only the first 50 fans get those.
Yeah. All right, let's switch over now to Arian Carter, a storyline that is dominating college football right now as Carter was officially suspended by the NCAA yesterday. It was Adam Sparks of Knox News that first broke the report, and a lot of people have an opinion on this one. And if you missed it, Carter had a $427 flight. I was flying around yesterday. I don't think that's even I think you're like 6th, 7th, or 8th on the boarding pass in terms of when you're getting on the plane for $427 these days. So it's not like he was flying private, and it was paid for originally by his agent, and Carter paid him back in January, and that's per Bill Martin, Tennessee's SID. So this has been long figured out and hasn't been a problem, and yet we're going to suspend a guy 2 games for something that's under $500, and it's not even a premium seat on the flight. He might have gotten a Coke and a Sprite and maybe some pretzels. That's about it.
And that's all free, too.
And that's all free. It comes with the flight. But, I mean, look, my thing is this, and I tweeted it out yesterday when the news came out. We are allowing, or the NCAA is allowing for everything to kind of be wild and out in the open. You've got Darian Mensah getting poached out of the transfer portal, but it's going through his agent and it's not directly at him, and he wasn't directly in contact, so it technically was okay. But like, there's too many loopholes or too many things that go under the ground that then allow for these big moves, these headlines, to make a lot more noise because of what is being done. Darian Mensah enters the portal. He should be able to do that. But the fact that it was right before the portal ended and he already knew where he was going, that's the stuff that happens underground. But the NCAA technically can't do anything about it. The injunctions, that's not something the NCAA can really control. That's court ordered. You know, they didn't allow Joey Aguilar to continue playing. Aguilar decided to take it to court. He tried to get a reversal, tried to get an injunction. Brendan Sorsby was the same way. The NCAA said, hell no, you're not playing. Well, take it to a Lubbock County court. So technically, Arian Carter and company could do the same. Now, given Tennessee's track record recently with injunction hearings, probably not going to go well, but I think this one would have a little bit more basis on it. But regardless, it's just the viewpoint of the NCAA that we now watch these games and have 9th and 8th year players in college football. We've got Charles Bediako coming from the NBA G League and playing in FIBA in Puerto Rico and then trying to play in the Tennessee-Alabama college basketball game a day later. That's the image that is put out there. So when this comes out, that you've got a player who spent $427 on a flight, paid it back, and is now being suspended 2 games, which could affect his professional career, it's kind of hard to grasp. And you had a number of really strong reactions yesterday. Jake Crane of On3, he said, quote, if I'm Josh Heupel, I got 3 words for you, buddy. Kiss my ass. He's playing. Russell Smith here at Fan Run Radio on The Drive kind of echoed the same thing. If I'm Josh Heupel, I'm playing him. And I don't know if that would necessarily go well, but if you got an injunction, you could do it.
So I'm just going to play devil's advocate like I did yesterday. Do you think he broke a rule?
Well,
are you just saying
technically he did break
because
a
of
rule.
everything else going on, it was ridiculous that he got suspended for this?
And that's what I was
okay.
And that's what I was trying to contextualize. Yes, he did break a rule.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have anything paid for you professionally by anyone until you are fully an NFL player.
Because he went through an NFL agent's the problem.
Exactly.
He did stuff like that.
So technically in the bylaws, he broke the rule. But a lot of other guys have broken the rules and have been able to play via injunctions and other loopholes. So that's why this coming out is so dramatic. And it's the fact that it's $500, less than $500, and he's being suspended 2 games. Yes, he broke the rules, but the problem is other guys have broken the rules and been able to play.
Yeah.
And that's where I think this is really difficult for Carter and Tennessee to have something like this go down. And almost NCAA yesterday must have just picked up their vanilla folder with Tennessee documents in it, and they just went
3
down the
different
list.
Sports.
Tony Vitello and
Maui
Ohuna from 2022.
I think the basketball team
got a level 3 violation.
Yeah.
2023.
Suspend Rick Barnes for the whole SEC schedule. Who cares?
So are you with Russ and Jake? Would you play him?
I wouldn't play him. No.
Okay. Is it just because who you're playing?
Follow the rules and stay in line.
Okay.
If you want an injunction, go that route and you play him. But I wouldn't want to further piss off the NCAA because this is something directly with them. If you got an injunction, there's nothing they could do about it. But, technically,
it's really a 1-game suspension, right? Like
no, it
you
is
can
the
get,
Georgia Tech game.
Yeah, the Georgia Tech game.
But I think it's important to contextualize that. But again, I understand the outlash. I was the same way.
Yeah.
So we're going to draw the line on a $427 flight, but we're going to allow NBA players to go back and play in college basketball. Gary, I know you guys discussed it yesterday, but just now 24 hours after, or a little bit over 24 hours, that is, just the reaction from the college football world. What have you made from that?
Yeah, I mean, everything you said, it's still stupid. I mean, unless you get an injunction, probably nothing you can do unless you want to get further penalized. But I mean, you probably could get an injunction if you wanted to. I mean, you just have to lawyer up better than you did with Aguilar. I think that was the main reason why you lost that case, was because the lawyer, frankly, for Aguilar wasn't very good and didn't deliver Aguilar's side of the case to the best abilities that he could have. But I mean, like you said, it's a 2-game suspension, but I mean, a guy in his senior year that's played at the university for 3 straight years probably deserves to play all 12 games of his senior season. And you look around the NCAA at stuff that's happening. I mean, the LSU basketball, I mean, their whole damn team played professional basketball. You talk about Charles Bediako. You talk about, just so many things in college athletics that are wrong. You talk about Darian Mensah. These guys enter the portal with a do not contact tag, which essentially means I already know where I'm going. My agents already talked to the school, but since I didn't talk to them technically through the loophole in the rule, it's not tampering. And that's a separate argument, but I think the NCAA has got to change the ruling on that too, to where agents can't talk throughout the season like that. That stuff aggravates me, but it's just another dumb thing the NCAA did, and I think they were just trying to show that they can enforce things still, and it was mainly just a play to show, we still govern college athletics, even though we all know that they really don't.
Brett, your reaction to the reaction?
Okay, Connor. Go ahead, Connor.
Well, again, I said it was asinine yesterday. I still think it's asinine now. Again, you have to understand that he had already declared for the draft. He was going through the process. This was all when he thought he was going pro. So again, he thinks, I'm going pro. I'm going to live out my dream. I'm going to go sign an NFL contract. I'm going to get into training camp, and then I'm going to, try to earn a roster spot. And then he decided in the middle of the process, I changed my mind. I want to go back. So again, why is he being held to the NCAA rules where he can't get perks when he's going through the process of going pro? Why are the rules still in place on him until he gets signs a pro contract? Like I don't understand why the rules are written that he is still technically under the NCAA guidelines, because again, how many guys are going through this process thinking to themselves, okay, well, I'm going to go pro no matter what. And then you have every now and again, you'll have a guy like Arion Carter who goes through the process and says, you know what, I think I would benefit from one more year of college. I'm just going to come back. So again, it's just bizarre to me that the NCAA, has him still technically under the purview of their guidelines, even though he's going pro, he's going through the process. Why is he still subjected to those rules? And why is it the case that he's still subject to those rules until he signs a contract? I don't understand it. I think it's asinine.
Yeah, I think now with the NFL and the jump from college to the NFL, it's a little bit grayer than it used to be.
Yeah,
it used to be where if you just signed an agent, it was over. But now everyone's got an agent. Even the 4th-string kicker's got a guy that represents him, right? So now there's a little bit of gray area there. But I mean, look, technically these are the rules. I mean, we've seen the NCAA lay down a suspension or a hammer for a $98 dinner, or whatever it may be, a cookout.
These rules suck, and they need to be changed.
I just think they need to adapt to what modern civilization is right now in college athletics, and that there should be a number of you cannot spend over $1,000 of goods could not be paid for one player or something like that.
Like they don't understand. What I don't understand is the landscape of college sports and college athletics has changed significantly. And so why has the NCAA not had this conversation to at least ask the question, okay, so what if this happens in this day and age? What are we going to do about that? Because clearly the circumstances have changed and the landscape is vastly different than even what it was 5 years ago. and yet they still have these rules from like the 70s and 80s or whenever they were written, and they just don't make any sense. They're written for whatever the landscape was in the 70s and the 80s. They're not for what the landscape is in 2026.
Yeah.
And it's completely absurd and asinine to enforce the rule from that landscape without entertaining a change at all of the rules and understanding, well, this rule is old and it should probably be changed. And again, it's a completely bizarre hill to die on. I said this yesterday that the NCAA had earned, I think, a lot of sympathy because of the Chambliss case and because of the Sorsby case. There were a lot of people who were like, okay, well, we need to put some teeth back in the NCAA. And the second they get a knife in their hands, they stab Arion Carter for what? It's completely bizarre. It makes no sense to me.
From a football perspective, and I'm sure you guys discussed this as well, linebacker is a pretty deep room for Tennessee, but as we know, Carter has also been working on the edge. So that plays into this as well because Chaz Coleman, obviously he has his falling out, and you need to fill guys into that edge position. Jordan Norman might be a good player, but he can't do it.
Can't play every snap.
Exactly. So, yeah, exactly. You can't do it on both edges. Can't play every snap. I don't care how much beef Derek Owings is putting into these guys.
Especially against a physical Georgia Tech team.
That's the next thing. Can he start to clone guys? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. So for Carter, I think that is a big miss against Georgia Tech, most certainly. Now, the linebacker position overall, probably still going to be good. Jane Perlotti, Edwin Spillman, Amari Campbell, T. Lander, you're good there. But having that rover guy is what I call it in a Jim Knowles defense, that rover, that guy that can play the linebacker, can play on the D-line, can play on the edge. And I'm not necessarily saying Carter would play interior-wise on the D-line, but kind of going back and forth from edge to linebacker, that is an important role. And he's a really good player,
100%.
And he's one of your leaders of your defense. So I imagine he's had a big role in the communication aspect of this offseason, learning this new defense. So when we come back, we'll continue the conversation on this Tennessee-Georgia Tech matchup because I think that's what is most affected here by the Arion Carter suspension, other than the fact that he can't play every game in his senior year, as Garrett mentions. But we'll talk about that on the other side. Stay right here. It's the Playbook on Fan Run Radio.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
All right, back here on the Playbook. We appreciate you hanging out with us on this fine Thursday from K-Town. We'll continue the conversation on the Arion Carter suspension. Obviously, yesterday, a bombshell story, first broken by Adam Sparks of Knox News Sentinel, but I think the other dynamic outside of just the headline as well, you got a big matchup against Georgia Tech, one in which that I think could define Tennessee's season early in the year. Second matchup, first Power 4 opponent on the road, night game. That pot usually does not mix well under Josh Heupel. So going to be a big one. And now you're going to be without one of your leaders of the defense, one of your best players. The linebacker position overall, probably one of your deepest spots on the defense. But it is important that you're now going to miss a guy like this. And, I know Georgia Tech has a ton of roster turnover this offseason. Offense has a lot of new characters, defense as well. But it's still a Georgia Tech team coached by Brent Key. Key does a great job with the Yellow Jackets, and they're going to be ready to go. There's a reason why they moved this to Bobby Dodd Stadium. They want a crowd to be there. They want this to be an electric atmosphere, and they're going to get it. It's going to be one. So you've got to be all hands on deck, and a month before the season begins, you're now taking out one of your best guys. So, Garrett, when you talk about this Georgia Tech-Tennessee matchup, I know the Yellow Jackets have a lot of new. How do you feel Carter not being present is going to affect Tennessee defensively?
I mean, Brent Key's still a good coach. Obviously, he's one of the better coaches in the ACC, and you lose a lot of pieces on the offensive side of the ball for them. Obviously, they lost Jabal Haynes, they lost Haynes King, Isaiah Canyon, Eric Singleton. So, I mean, they lose Eric Rivers. They lose a lot of those wide receiver pieces. But the thing is, they bring in a running back that they paid a lot of money for, Justice Haynes. I feel like in this game early in the season, Alberto Mendoza probably still going to be trying to get his feet underneath them. Wide receiver room, might be a little scattered for the first few weeks, kind of trying to see who's going to be that, main wide receiver in the room, since they don't really return any guys from last season that put up production. I think they're going to try and run the ball down your throat in this game. So, I mean, this is one of those games where at the line of scrimmage you want to win, and, to not have someone like that can play the hybrid, edge linebacker role. I think this is kind of one of those games on the schedule that could hurt you a little bit, because I just think that the brand of football that Georgia Tech's going to want to play in this game is just run it down your throat, have longer drives. I mean, Justice Haynes, when he was at Michigan last season, I mean, before he got injured, he was one of the most electric running backs in the country. So he's going to be good, and you got to figure out a way to stop him if you want to stop the Georgia Tech offense. And obviously, if he's getting 5, 6, 7 yards per carry, that's just going to open up the offense to the passing game too. So I still think Georgia Tech's a sneaky opponent week one. I think Tennessee's the better team, but I mean, this is definitely a game that's losable, and you'd like to have all your pieces there. So I do think losing, that edge hybrid linebacker role player in this game would be pretty significant.
Right now, when I think Georgia Tech, Tennessee, I think the ground game is really is what's going to define that matchup. Offensive line for Tennessee, really solid, one of the better ones in the SEC. You've got a great running back in Sean Bishop returning, young quarterback. I think Tennessee is going to be oriented on the run game primarily, but for GT, that's how they've operated usually. Now, Haynes King not going to be there any longer, and that's basically having another running back in the backfield. Mendoza, a little bit more like his brother, likes to drop back and sling it, more pro style, but Justice Haynes is going to have an immediate impact. And I don't know a ton about GT's offensive line this upcoming season, but they do lose a ton of weapons. I think both these offenses are going to look to get it done on the ground. And if you're in Tennessee's case, the guys that stop the run are linebackers and D-line. So I think it's going to be a big loss for Tennessee. Now, I don't think the Vols are going to try and test this any bit more. I think they already have done that, and they dropped it from 3 games to 2. So unless they're able to file the quickest injunction of all time, I don't think Carter's playing. And if I'm Josh Heupel and company, you're still on a bit of a kind of watch right now by the NCAA. You can't mess around and do something like this, play them. So as cool as it sounds, as rallying cry as it sounds, you can't do it. So, I mean, I think it's going to have a major impact. A run game, though, for me is what's really going to define the matchup.
It's going to be a pretty low-scoring game, too.
Like I figure.
24-17, 27-20. I mean, maybe not like low scoring, but, under 50 between the two teams' points total, I would think.
And they have a tough one week one, right?
Like Colorado on Thursday, yeah.
At home, right?
Yeah.
That's a good start, man.
Yeah, they open up again.
They got 2 new coordinators, right? As well, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So
You'll be able to see what their defense looks like in that game, though, because Colorado's going to pass it around the yard. I mean, they got plenty of wide receiver options with Scudero and Cam Perry and all kinds of guys. So, I mean, you'll see what their pass defense looks like week one. And if their pass defense, if their secondary looks like it's something you can exploit, I mean, that's going to be something Tennessee's going to go after in the second game because you have the wide receiver options to be able to do so.
Yeah, a couple of chats real quick. Vols Deep says, too much pressure for Baby Mendoza and GT, 3-score win. Music City Sam, 3 new offensive line starters, so answers that question there. New tight ends, new receivers, new quarterback, new coordinator.
Test for our D-line, man.
He says GA Tech is getting shut down.
I'm
worried about our
is
depth.
the 5th ranked team in the ACC, which
they got 2 first place votes or somewhere as well.
Like I said, I'm not overly familiar with their team just because they lost so many people. I mean, I know a handful of guys on their roster, but not to the level of last season by any means.
Tennessee's a better football team than Georgia Tech is. If that's the question, I've got Tennessee higher rated than them heading into the new year, but I think there is a little bit of intrigue of what could be with so much new. It could go the wrong way. It could go the right way. I know a lot of people are looking at the right way for Tennessee, but when you have these transfer portal rosters, as we've seen year in and year out, the ones that you're kind of a little bit skeptical about, they end up being really good. And the ones you have a lot of optimism for, they end up being terrible. You can go ask Tallahassee, Florida, what goes down there.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that Tennessee's going to lose or Tennessee's going to win by 30, whatever it may be. But I do think you have to respect your opponent and the job that Brent Key has done there. And Justice Haynes, good running back. I think it's going to be done on the ground, though. I think that's predominantly where this game is won. But we're up against a break. So when we come back on the other side, we'll continue the conversation. Also talk Tennessee and Duke. They're going to be playing an exhibition matchup for the second straight season. This time Tennessee headed to Cameron Indoor. We'll talk about those dynamics. And then we'll have our College Football Thursday Trivia, our final edition as we wrap up the month of July. Stay right here. Hour number 2 on the way.
Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox. Fox Sports Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Here we go. Hour number 2 on a Thursday, live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's the Playbook on Fan Run Radio. Garrett Armbrust, Brett Hullander, and Connor Whitney joining you. I'm William Pattison. Great stuff in hour number 1. We'll continue it here in hour number 2 as we continue to discuss the Arian Carter situation, obviously breaking yesterday, the big news in college football. Also a developing story in the NFL revolving around a former Tennessee wide receiver. We'll touch on that here in a moment. And then Tennessee and Duke set to do battle in an exhibition matchup before the 2026-27 hoops season begins. We'll talk about that. And then we've got our final college football Thursday trivia. 3 contestants all vying for a title. And we'll have our final Jeopardy to wrap it up with our final thoughts. Real quick, a couple of comments on the YouTube section. We do appreciate you being involved on there. And if you haven't already, like the stream, subscribe so you never miss any content. That's a pretty good deal, right? Buck asks, will GT run a traditional offense or are they triple option? I believe it will be more just a traditional offense. They've kind of gone away from that specific, triple option look over the last, kind of modernizing their offense, period. But new offensive coordinator, new quarterback, Mendoza, though he didn't play a ton at Indiana, I don't imagine they're sticking him in a triple option look. Justice Haynes, he can tote the ball very well, but I would expect a more modernized Georgia Tech team like we've seen in years past. Music City Sam says 34-13. We're loaded with blue chip players all across the D line. It's not thin like people think. I just think it's thin in terms of experience. I do like the guys you've recruited. Someone mentioned Isaiah Campbell, Carter Gooden, 2 good guys out of the high school ranks recently, and I totally agree. I do like them, but the experience is something to note. And even last year, you felt like you had a solid defensive line heading into that Syracuse game, and then you're kind of, whoa, that wasn't what we expected. So, again, you're not going to learn a ton against Furman, but I think you will learn a ton in this game, and you guys could be right. Carter Gooden, Isaiah Campbell, and Ethan Utley, guys that have been recently recruited, have been a part of this Derek Owings strength program. They could come in and make an immediate impact. I think you are thin on the edge, though, in terms of the Leos, and that's why, obviously, Arian Carter being out would be an issue. Music City Sam also adds, best safety room at Tennessee in years. Redmond and Lee are locked down. Quay Moss, great production. Don't leave out my guy, TJ Metcalf out of Michigan. But, look, I think you did a good job in the portal, and I don't think anyone's debating that. But there have been a lot of teams over the years. As I mentioned at the end of hour 1, there have been a lot of teams that have done really well in the portal, and it doesn't really work out. I mean, Florida State had a great class a couple of seasons ago. William, Florida State's not Tennessee. I get it. It's just an example, though, of teams that felt pretty confident in the groups they got, and they quickly learned, oh, wait, this is not what we had anticipated. So you just have to keep that in the back of your head. I do like these players, and I think Tennessee did a great job. Josh Heupel knocked everything off his checklist outside of quarterback, and it might end up being for the better, as we've discussed, too. Having a guy firmly ready to go for 2027 coming out of this 2026 year. But there are a lot of expectations. I think it's easy to look at the bright side of things for Tennessee, but GT could be impressive too. That's why you got to figure out and learn about these teams early in the season. But it should be a big matchup. I do think Arian Carter being out is going to play a big role specifically in that edge depth. But going to the NFL real quick, and I don't know if you guys have discussed it yesterday. It might have broken a little bit later in the day. I can't remember.
No, we talked about it.
Yeah.
But obviously didn't know about the extent
It's
of
what
it.
we were about to talk about then. Yeah, we talked
Yes,
about it a little bit.
yes. Chris Brazel former Tennessee wide receiver, VFL. He was carted off yesterday at Carolina Panthers camp. They just opened up on a couple of days ago, and he was carted off. Apparently, it was a non-contact left knee injury in 7-on-7 drills. He is going under a season-ending surgery today. So that is a very tough thing to hear. And you hate that a guy has to start his career like that. A third-round pick after a strong season with the Volunteers last season, over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, over 60 receptions. Really good season for Chris Brazzell, but NFL career going to have to be put on hold for just a bit. Wishing him the best. Never want to hear anything like that at any player, but especially the ones that you coveted from your Tennessee team last season. So really tough break for him. Any thoughts on Chris Brazzell?
We just talked about how even as a rookie, him and McMillan could have been kind of the 1-2 punch. Obviously, they have Jalen Coker, and they have Xavier Legette, but he could have really moving into that room as a wide receiver 2 option. Obviously, one of the better vertical downfield threats in college football last season. Him and Thornton, kind of at Tennessee the past 2 seasons, have been those guys that can go for the 20 yards per catch type of play, and so you might not have as many receptions as a McMillan has, but kind of make the most out of your opportunities when you do get them. So, definitely an unfortunate situation, especially when you're, trying to make the most of a career. Your rookie year is always an important one, but at the end of the day, I guess, surgery, they said, was the best idea between him and the training staff. But, we talked about yesterday, we didn't know why the training staff had him back out there yesterday because they said on Tuesday he had a limp. So, I don't know if he wanted to keep playing or if the training staff should have said, no, you're not going to keep playing. But anytime you're non-contact injury, that's when it's usually pretty serious, and usually a non-contact it doesn't end well for your season hopes.
Brett, any thoughts on Chris Brazzell, the injury he suffered now going under season-ending surgery?
Well, yesterday, you hear the news of being helped off the field, and where you hope for best-case scenarios out of that situation. And, you kind of got a decent situation. You weren't out for the season as of yesterday, and then he probably would have been on pace for like a week 3 kind of return if it was up to 8 weeks. So you're kind of okay with that. But then I guess you got a second opinion today and decided that it's more of a tear than they thought. So they just decided to go ahead and, still young, go ahead and get your surgery, get rehabbing, and get ready for next season. But I think this is a blow. I think he was one of the more. It was a loaded wide receiver class. I think he would have been higher even with some of his numbers he was putting up. He was one of the bigger receivers, and I think he would have had a nice rookie year next to Tet McMillan, because I think he would have seen some one-on-one stuff and his speed and the way he goes and attacks the ball. I think he'd have been right there as far as one of the best rookie receivers in the league, because Bryce Young was loving him as well. They were doing a lot of work together, so it's disappointing from that front, but hope the best, and he can get back out there soon.
Yeah, 6'5" receiver is Brazzell, originally transferred in from Tulane last year, caught 56% of his contested catches.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's a pretty good number. And as you mentioned, Bryce Young, little Bryce Young, I should say, he
was better last year.
Looking up at him,
little Bryce Young.
Yeah, he was better.
Oh, Bryce Young. It's like looking at the Empire State
He got him
Building.
to the playoffs.
He's still little Bryce Young to me, though, Brett.
Still can sling it.
I've still got
You don't have faith in him?
Little Bryce Young, Desmond DoorDash Ritter, Daniel Jones, the Car Fox Daniel Jones, and then Jacksonville Jesus, T-Law, Break T-Law, whatever you want to call it for Trevor, or the GOAT, whatever.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
That just snuck in there.
Duval. But for the Panthers, though, Bryce Young, they need more wide receivers. Xavier Legette hasn't really panned out. Tet McMillan is a hell of a receiver, but they drafted Brazzell because they wanted another wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3. So that's a big blow for the Panthers. And again, I hate it for the beginning of Brazzell's career. That's a tough break. Any thoughts on that, Connor?
It's just disappointing, and this is one of those opportunities for him, to break in. He's got, a wide open wide receiver 2 against, Xavier Legette and Jalen Coker. And, now this was the big opportunity for him, to get in, develop quickly, he's got that rapport that he's been building with Bryce Young. Right. And now it's like all that's being put on hold. And, it's it's disappointing because I think a lot of us were excited to see him go out and do his thing, see if he could go out and be, a great wide receiver. I think we've been kind of waiting on Jalen Hyatt to break out, and, as the next great, Tennessee wide receiver. It just hasn't happened for him in New York. And, with Brazel, coming into the draft, everybody was like, well, he's going to be a steal, whether it's late round 1 or day 2. He went day 2, and he went to, I think, a great opportunity, and now we got to wait. And it's frustrating.
Most certainly. Tough break for him. Wish him the best. And just terrible. Sucks. And that's the thing about training camp. I mean, it happens every year, though. There's so many training camp injuries. And I know some people have sometimes debated, should training camp go on as long as it does? Should the guys really even be banging up against each other? But I think if you're going to get ready for the season, though, as much as we talk about Tennessee football, the guys not being able to tackle and stuff like that, if you're not practicing that, you're not going to be able to do it in the games, and you're going to have a lot more miscues if you don't. So it goes both ways, but you hate to hear stories like that.
We were talking about yesterday, we were wondering if it was on grass or artificial turf.
Yeah.
Because, you hear about, the Malik Neighbors injuries and stuff at MetLife all on turf. And, we couldn't really figure out if their field was grass or turf.
I believe it's grass.
That's what we figured it probably was, but Caleb was saying he found something that it was turf, so we didn't really know. But either way.
All right, real quick, we'll switch over to the hardwood. Some more Tennessee news yesterday dropped in the afternoon, and that's a matchup with Duke. Well, not during the season, but an exhibition matchup like you had this past season, as the University of Tennessee men's basketball team is set to play Duke in a preseason match for the second year in a row. And after hosting the Blue Devils last fall, the Volunteers will head to Durham, North Carolina for an October 20th clash at Cameron Indoor Stadium. The game time and television network still TBD, but the contest features the only 2 programs in the nation to reach the Elite Eight in each of the past 3 seasons. Tennessee, the only team in college basketball to make the Sweet 16 4 years in a row and 3 straight Elite Eights. So that's where we knock out the Blue Devils there. But last year, Tennessee did fall to Duke 83-76 in the exhibition matchup, despite a strong 19 points and 8 assists from senior guard Jacoby Gillespie. But the two sides have split their 16 all-time regular season meetings, with Tennessee winning 3 of the last 5. The Volunteers' 8-8 tally includes a 4-2 mark at home and a 2-3 ledger on the road. Obviously, these two teams matched up in the NCAA tournament not too long ago in 2023, when Tennessee earned a 65-52 win over Duke in the second round of the NCAA tournament. So a little bit of familiarity here. Rick Barnes, an older coach and a wiser coach, but John Shire, he had a couple of offers to go to the NBA, turned them down. But, I think this is a cool matchup, and I wish we could get something like this for, a little bit stake, have it in the regular season. Maybe knock out Florida State as the ACC opponent, and let's get Tennessee Duke. But regardless, still a cool matchup. Opportunity for Juke Harris, Terrence Hill, and this new look group with 11 new players to go up against a Duke team that has a lot of turnover themselves, but they've got a very talented roster. So really good preseason matchup, I think, for both teams to learn about what they've got. Garrett, any thoughts on this Tennessee Duke matchup?
Yeah, it's cool. You get to play it there. Obviously, you played it in North Carolina in the regular season a couple years ago, fall of 23, I believe that was. And then, you'll get this. Obviously, it'll be an exhibition. But, you've played some nice exhibitions over the past couple of years. You played Michigan State in 2023. You played Duke, obviously, last season. But, at the end of the day, it's just an exhibition. Usually they have some type of maybe different rules. You can't foul out or something like that. I remember Tennessee a couple of years ago, they played some closed doors. Who did they play when they played that closed door scrimmage a couple of years ago and they won the game by 40 points? They played somebody
Gonzaga?
good. Maybe it was Gonzaga. So, you don't really know completely what to take away from those games rather than being the regular season than an exhibition, but they're on campus at least, so that's cool.
Yeah, and Cameron Indoor Stadium, a really cool venue to go to nonetheless for these players to experience.
Their football season will be over. They're a basketball school anyway, right?
Well, don't count out Walker Eggett. You never know what he can do.
Walker Eggett, sorry.
I don't think anybody in Durham's
I don't know who they play that weekend, but
about football when the prospect of basketball. I don't think.
I think the only thing we're going to find out, Duke's huge team on the front line. Like they got 3 7-footers. I'm looking at their roster here. That's my biggest concern in the season. I want to see how we handle the physicality in a scrimmage, because these are the type of teams you're going to see in March when you win a national championship, get to a Final Four. I want to see how our bigs hold up. I think the guard matchup is going to be elite with some of the guys they're going to throw out there. We're going to throw out there. It's going to be epic. I just think I'm just interested in see how we hold up on the boards, and because that's, Duke plays the same type, physical, good defense, different things like that. So that's the biggest thing you want to see from your team in these preseason games.
Mm-hmm.
That Duke, plays Kansas right after us in a preseason game.
Yeah.
So they're getting tested. Hopefully we schedule another one like this.
I don't have my college basketball noggin on right now. I do know, I know Tennessee basketball, but I can't really go into depth about Duke basketball at this point in time. But you do know that they
got the Boozer kid back. Darren Rippey we were in on.
Yeah.
John Blackwell, I think another guard.
Blackwell comes over from Wisconsin. Yeah.
So, and you got obviously they got 5-star Dame Sarr still there. Go down the list. They're loaded.
Yeah. So it'll be a really fun matchup.
100%.
I like that Tennessee's doing it. And Rick Barnes and Tom Izzo have always been ones that really like these preseason matchups. I believe might have been on RTI's Lowdown podcast where Barnes said he wishes they could play 4 to 5 preseason games.
Makes sense.
And I'm with it.
I think you get up to 3 preseason games. I think that's a good number, honestly. That's better than none.
I mean, they do it in the NBA, and they'll play any team. I remember when I was growing up, the Grizzlies matched up against R.J. Hampton when he was playing for the NBL Breakers or something.
And occasionally they let you go overseas and play. I know there's a couple of teams playing
every
right now.
4
I've seen
years.
Rothstein showing he's watching Purdue playing somebody right now.
Every 4 years, I believe you're allowed to do it.
We did that a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. We had to get Flow TV or whatever it was to watch one of our teams.
Yeah.
So.
Connor, any thoughts on Tennessee Duke?
I'm just excited to see what the offense looks like. It'll be the first opportunity to kind of see, how the offense functions, how it's a different. I think it's gonna be a different look. I think we've all been talking about it's gonna be a different look for Rick Barnes' offense. Normally, it's a very slow, methodical offense with a lot of bigs, and now I think they can spread the ball around. They have multiple guys with that positional flexibility. They got different combinations they could probably run. They should be a little bit deeper in terms of guys who can shoot the three. They got guys who can hurt you at each level, whether it's the three, the mid-range, or crashing in on the glass. So I think that'll be the fun thing, is seeing how the offense kind of functions. It's just going to be it'll be a glimpse. It'll be just a taste of what it looks like. But I think it'll be a very delightful insight in what to expect from Tennessee's offensive output will be this year.
Pace. A lot of pace.
Push the ball.
This team.
Push the ball in transition. I want to see it, man.
I guess one other Tennessee note, because I know we're about to go to trivia, but we didn't mention we got Asa Barnes yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. Oh, I guess that was after. Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out.
He committed last night.
Yeah.
It was weird because I missed his. It was supposed to be on. I guess it was on Rivals, right?
It's on the Rivals YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was dropped earlier than. I was waiting for 5:30, and it was 5 o'clock.
It was at 5.
It was started.
I thought
was
I
it
saw
5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had any quick thoughts. I mean, we knew we were getting him.
Yeah, I guess that's on me for not.
No, that's fine.
Putting that on today's
since we're
rundown.
talking Tennessee.
First off, Southwest, by the way, worst in-house
Really?
Wi-Fi of all time. I debatably might not ever fly that again.
No, Frontier's worse.
Well, I don't even know. If they have
Spirit's
Wi-Fi.
worse.
Yeah.
Southwest still where you get to pick your own seat, or did they do away with that now?
No, you can pick. You have to pay for it, but yeah, you
They
still
gave me an
seat.
upgrade coming back to Knoxville.
Southwest,
There you
it
go.
used to just be like a bus.
I had a whole row to
free
myself.
seating.
Wow, nice.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah, I put the feet up. But anyway, it popped in, and I couldn't remember when he was committing because he was originally supposed to commit last week.
Oh, was he?
And
Okay.
with DGG expected
Yeah,
to commit
I
as
guess that's
well,
true.
he delayed
Pushed
that
it.
decision. But yeah, I mean, this is a kind of a quintessential Josh Heupel pickup.
He's got good size.
Athletic kid who has the opportunity to grow and develop over 2 to 3 years. Deshaun Bishop, we're seeing it right now at Tennessee. Carnes High School kid
Walk on.
was a walk on and had to work his way up. Ended up being a really good player. He's going to have a great season this year. Dylan Sampson was a 3-star out of Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
So Josh Heupel has had success with these 3-star backs. And I know Asa Barnes is not going to be as flashy as a David Gabriel George, But if you can get both these guys to develop alongside each other, get them in the Derek Owings weight room, get them in the new improved kitchen with no fast food and fried catfish, then that's a guy that you can.
I don't know what restaurants they have in Martin, Tennessee.
Probably
grandma's cooking down there.
A Country Crock or whatever. Yeah. But maybe I have to ask Ty Simpson.
A lot of crock pot meals down there.
Yeah, crock pot meals for sure.
Cornbread.
But Asa Barnes a good player. A little bit raw.
Offer list.
Does have a good offer list. Garrett was saying it earlier. He had a couple of other SEC offers. He felt like he might go there. But, again, Josh Heupel's shown you time and time again, he can get these low-rated 3-star running backs. Or I don't want to say low-rated, just, lower rated.
There's 0 stars when they get there. I guarantee you Dylan Sampson will be a 5-star now.
Sure.
Things like that. So you got to earn your stars back once you get to college.
Most definitely. Well, good stuff. Thanks for reminding me about that.
No problem.
Apologies, I didn't put that on the rundown. But when we come back on the other side, it's our final college football trivia of the summer. Next week, it's August, and that means we're into the season, so we're not doing any more games and shenanigans, even though we'll have our normal buy-sell and stuff like that. We'll still have those fun games, but those are more interactive and topical. These are sometimes all over the place. But
hard thinking.
When we come back on the other side, we'll do that. Stay right here. It's the Playbook on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans, this is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
All right, back here on the playbook. We appreciate you hanging out with us on this fine Thursday. Coming up in 35 minutes, it's The Drive with Russell Smith and gang. They'll take you the rest of the way from 3 to 6 here on Fan Run Radio. Reminder, once again, Fan Run Night at the Smokies, Thursday, August 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time at Covenant Health Park. Smokies taking on the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Arrive early to get your commemorative Fan Run Night t-shirt. It's Thirsty Thursday, so leave the keys at home. Maybe Uber, because they got half price draft beers all night. And it's also college night, too. $10 tickets for those with a valid student ID. So some of you might need to go into your old dresser or something and find that ID from, way back when to get in for $10.
Oh, Lord.
Whatever.
So this says the class of 2015 on here.
Yeah, well, nowadays, as we were talking about in hour one, you could have been in class of 2015 and you're still playing,
So your ID says you're 33 years old.
Well, I got an injunction. Tell that to the ticket guy. I got an injunction.
Connor was telling me that Texas A&M just announced a blackout when we play them.
Yes.
It's going to be a night game, fellas.
And what that means...
that was mean more of a... You had that as a loss anyway.
Well, yeah, it doesn't really move the needle for me. Now it goes from a 21-point loss to 28. That's not changing anything for me. And now, and that's not me being, I hate Tennessee. It's
a hard place to play. That's a good team.
Our media group on campus, everybody's going to be fighting over that game. Everybody's going to be fighting over who gets to go to that game.
Yeah.
It's going to be so hard to figure out.
Be an easy night on the job. Second half, you already got the story written.
Yeah.
42-3.
I'm going to, I just, if I go to that game, I'm going to be sitting up on the side. I'm going to be sitting up in press box, just talking to everybody,
Yeah.
The home games are kind of tough this year if you're a student.
Trying to get tickets.
South Carolina and Vandy are the only ones you can draw. The Georgia Tech one, the student tickets are $300. I'm not paying $300 for a student ticket to Georgia Tech.
No.
And especially when you got the other away games you want to go
Arkansas is a deep drive. That's 8 hours probably.
The Arkansas drive is doable. It actually is a nice drive.
Once you get to Memphis, it's not that far, but
I'd say in Memphis. Obviously, it's easier me being from there.
They haven't announced that kickoff time.
That's probably gonna be like a noon or like a.
You go down the night before anyway, but
my prediction would be 12:45 or 4:15 on SEC Network.
Yeah.
That's just reality.
Oh yeah,
let's watch Arkansas football.
Arkansas is gonna be dead last.
Yeah,
we all think they're gonna be dead last
down there though.
Texas A&M blackout.
We don't need to go back into the schedule.
Yeah.
God help all of us.
All right, let's get into it. Thursday trivia, final time. College football Thursday trivia, that is. Here are the sections. Tennessee transfers former home over the last 5 years. Tennessee season openers. College town names. Where NFL players went to college. And Davy O'Brien Trophy winners. Davy O'Brien Trophy is the best quarterback of the season. And I listed it out. And I even made it easier for you guys. I gave you guys the school in which that player plays.
Wow. How kind of you.
Yeah. Now, it gets a little tougher at the end. But
what was after college town names? What was the fourth category there?
NFL players where they went to college.
Is this FBS or did you do like Josh with FCS?
This is all FBS.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all FBS.
What player played at Northeastern Oklahoma?
Yeah. And if you're on the YouTube live stream, feel free to chime in when I ask the questions and give your thoughts. Actually,
you can be on my team.
Yeah. Well, I really don't. I think these. We'll see how everyone does.
I'm just kidding.
These categories seem gettable.
They might be teaming up against you, Brett.
No, it's fine. I'm
all right.
good.
So
Can't finish worse than third.
We're gonna roll the dice
It's still on
here.
the podium.
And we're gonna start off with Brett. Brett's gonna go first, and then I'll have Garrett.
I'll let Garrett go.
Oh, such a gentleman.
Can I pass?
Okay, you don't want to go first.
Passing,
Okay.
no.
Garrett, Connor.
Because I might do it again. You never know down the
Oh,
road. I mean,
jeez.
he's going to be on to greener pastures after this.
That is true. All right, so Garrett, Connor, Brett is the order of three I've got.
All
Okay.
right.
Very nice of you, Brett.
Garrett, go ahead. You're up first.
I'll go college town names for 4.
Connecticut.
Stores.
Quick one off the bat. I had a feeling that these college town names would be quickly acquired. Connor, to you.
Let's do Davey O'Brien for 3.
Okay. Which Oklahoma quarterback won the 2018 Davey O'Brien Trophy?
Oh crap! What year was this? Was this K1 Kyler Murray?
That is K1
There we go.
Kyler Murray. Good pull.
I mean, Oklahoma probably win during that little
stretch
stretch right there.
They had Baker,
That was when
Baker,
Kyler,
Kyler,
Baker,
Bradford
Kyler.
probably won one before.
Caleb
that was way
Williams
up
was there. I
years,
mean, he
yeah.
obviously didn't win
Did
one.
Hurts
but-
or
Hurts
Hurts, I
would have
think.
been the only one to kind of think about, but I don't.
No,
know.
because that was the year.
Hurts
I
didn't
think
win.
that was the year with Burrow.
Yeah,
He played the
okay.
Burrow year.
Either way, Hurts
Yeah.
was really good. I know it.
Yes.
Oklahoma.
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
so.
Yes.
Right again, Lincoln Riley always great with quarterbacks. So.
Yeah. All right, Brett, to you.
I'll do NFL players colleges for 3.
For 3. Wandale Robinson, wide receiver. Now with the Titans.
Wandale Robinson. I'll say Penn State.
That is incorrect. I want to make sure. Now I'm looking for.
Garrett, I think you've got this.
Now
one.
I think with some of these,
you don't know.
I think with some of these guys, they could possibly have transferred. So let me double check. Okay, no, not Penn State. You can.
He feels like a Penn State guy.
I feel good about this. I got.
There is an
90%
odd
feeling.
Penn State connection though. That
Yeah.
well, not directly
Yeah.
not directly to him.
Not enough to give me the points.
No.
Okay.
I feel 90% good about this.
Virginia Tech. I have no idea.
Virginia Tech incorrect.
He's a Kentucky product, is he not?
He is from
Oh,
Kentucky.
there we go.
Kentucky
Right.
Wildcat.
That's
There we go.
right.
How was that a Penn State?
Well, because he caught passes from Will Levis,
Oh, okay.
who was
yeah.
at Penn State
Okay.
originally, and then was at Kentucky. So
Hmm.
that was my. I mean, yeah, and he also played.
Dang, I should have got it.
Robinson was originally in the Big Ten at Nebraska, so there was
Right.
another little
So it's Garrett's turn.
Right.
bit
Or,
there.
yeah, Garrett.
All right, so you got the points. That was a 3-pointer. Garrett, back on the clock.
College towns for 5.
Can you give me Wyoming?
Laramie.
That is correct.
Gosh.
I would not have known that, by the way.
Not until after you Googled it.
Correct.
Highest elevation field.
Yeah. Wow.
Connor, to you.
Let's do Davey O'Brien. Let's try 4.
Which Texas quarterback won the 2009 Davey O'Brien Trophy?
Oh, it should be Colt McCoy.
That is Colt McCoy. I was hoping to maybe get someone on Vince Young.
No,
That's what I was beginning to say.
no, that was easy. I still remember him tearing his shoulder up in the national championship game.
All right, Brett, to you. You're next.
NFL players colleges for. Oh yeah, we'll just do 2.
Bijan Robinson, running back for the
Oh my
Falcons.
goodness. Bijan Robinson. Michigan State? No, I don't know.
Incorrect.
Shoot.
Texas.
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 Texas. All right. Garrett, back to you.
Trying to help Garrett.
Week 1. What was it? Week 1 games.
Season openers.
Season openers. Tennessee season openers.
Oh.
You're killing that one category though.
What were the other category? Oh, Tennessee transfers for 3.
All right. Where did this former Tennessee cornerback, Jalen McMurray, transfer from?
He's from the Northeast. Was it like Maryland?
That is incorrect. Connor?
Jalen McMurray. Purdue.
Incorrect. Brett?
He didn't. Oregon State.
No, that
was
would
McCoy.
be Jeremiah
I didn't know if we
McCoy.
had back to back. I thought.
Jalen McMurray transferred from Temple.
Okay.
It was a Temple
Oh,
Owl.
you're Northeast.
I knew he was
Right.
from like Maryland or somewhere
Yeah,
up there. Yeah,
not too far.
Connor's turn.
Connor, you're up.
Davey O'Brien 5.
Davey O'Brien 5. Which Oklahoma quarterback won the 2003 Davey O'Brien Trophy?
Oh, this is Jason White.
That is Jason White. Wow, that's a good poll. Would you guys have known that? Would you have known Jason White?
probably not immediately. No,
I was hoping to get him on Josh Heupel.
No,
That's what I
Heupel's
was
before that.
2000.
And Heupel, yeah.
Does Heupel win that award?
I
I know he was second the Heisman. You would think maybe, but
don't believe. No, he didn't win it because the guy that won it was
Wink.
Winky?
Connor
Oh,
Winky
yeah.
from Florida State.
Yeah.
Chris Winky.
Chris Winky, I should say. Excuse me.
Yeah.
All right, Brett, to you.
Season openers 3.
Who did Tennessee play in Josh Heupel's first game as the Vols head coach in 2021? It was the season opener.
Was that Pitt?
Not Pitt.
Oh.
Game before that.
I believe it was Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Was that Nashville?
No, it was
Not
a
this
Thursday
one.
night game in Knoxville.
Yeah.
Oh, it got moved.
It was.
Dang.
It
I remember
was.
watching it.
Pitt was the week after, though. Garrett, to you.
I'll go that same category for 4.
Who did Tennessee open the 2018 season against?
Was that Georgia Tech was 2017, I think, and then we had the run. The BYU game was not the first game. Was it App State?
It was not App State, though that is close to the timeline, or close
Yeah.
in when they played,
I
but
don't know.
not App State. You don't know?
I'll guess Georgia Southern.
Not Georgia Southern.
Oh my goodness. I'll say Kent State.
This is West Virginia. This is
Oh.
when Tennessee
Oh,
went
okay.
down to
Yeah.
Morgantown.
Wow.
And
We played at Morgantown.
This was at Morgan. This was at West. It might have been a neutral site.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was in Carolina.
I think this
Charlotte.
one was in Charlotte.
It was in
Yeah.
Charlotte, but
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember
That'd
us
be-
playing there. That'd be cool if we
Yeah.
did.
I think the App State, maybe App State was 19. I
App
don't know.
State
And that and
was
the BYU
the,
game run
the
together.
overtime. The App
Yeah,
State
when we shoulda
overtime
lost.
game. That was 2016.
That was 16. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
that was 18.
No, that was 2017.
17. What was the Bristol year? Was that 16?
No, 16, I think
That was
was.
60 because that was Dobbs and Jennings.
But that wasn't
and
a season opener, was it?
No, that was like the
That was
third
week
game of
2.
the year. Yeah, second game.
It was week 2.
Yes. So no one got that one. Who was the guesser?
That was me.
All right. So Connor, to you.
Let's do pro player colleges for 4.
Rashad White, running back. Rashad White. I mean, it's
From-
Rachaad.
Tampa,
he took over.
or no?
He took over for Fournette.
Oh, he's
Shoot. I don't know. Washington.
Not Washington.
I don't even know. Oregon.
Not Oregon. Close though. Close.
Don't give him hints.
That's not a hint.
Don't give him.
137 other options for him.
But you,
Oregon State.
Not Oregon State. It's Arizona State.
Okay.
That was a 4-pointer though. I thought maybe I was a little.
no, that's fine. You gotta
No,
have,
it's
you gotta
good.
stump somebody.
It depends on what the 5 is.
All right, Brett, what do you got?
We'll do NFL players for 5.
Harold Fannin Jr., tight end for the Browns.
I'm gonna say Iowa.
Not Iowa.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Wow.
He was the
Okay,
leading
yeah.
receiver in the college football 2
Yeah,
seasons ago.
that would have been a good 4, I think, or even 3. That's okay.
I didn't know if Bowling Green was going to get
2
pulled out.
Bowling Greens today have been
Yeah.
answers.
All right,
Garrett,
to you.
Is there a category we haven't touched yet, or have we touched them all?
we've got them all.
Okay.
They got all of the pretty much.
No one has gotten one from Tennessee transfer's former home over the
Yeah,
last 5
I'll do
years,
that
though.
for 2.
Where did Tennessee defensive back TJ Metcalf come
Michigan.
from? Michigan. That is correct.
College Towns 3.
App State.
I drove past it. when I went to the Chapel Regional. Oh, how do I not know? It's on the tip of my tongue, man. I'm going to be so upset when I don't get this. App State.
Some subtle,
This is so upsetting.
Subtle moaning.
Does Brett know it?
I do.
Yeah.
All right, Brett, it's all you.
Let's do it.
Boone.
That is right. Boone.
Boone, North Carolina.
Boone, North Carolina.
Gum.
I thought I was going to get shut out.
Brett, and you've got an opportunity to double up here.
Oh, do I? Okay. We'll do transfers for 5.
Where did former Tennessee kicker Charles Campbell transfer from?
Florida State.
Incorrect. Charles Campbell went to USJ in Jackson, Tennessee before attending this college and then transferring to Tennessee.
I don't even remember what year he was here.
2022. He was with Hendon Hooker and Company.
Was he the kid from Indiana?
That is correct.
Wow, nice
What a
job.
poll.
I thought that was, but I was like, is that his
What a
name?
poll.
I knew there was. I knew he was from Indiana. McGrath was from USC, but I was like, I don't remember if that's his name or not.
Good job.
Good steal there. All right, Garrett, back on the board.
What was that? A 5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got 4 in that category.
I'll do a 4.
Where did former Tennessee tight end McClellan Castles transfer from?
He was at like UC Davis or something, wasn't he?
That is correct.
Wow,
UC
good job.
What's
Davis.
this poll?
He knows.
Good Lord. All right, I want to go back to a category. I need to pick up something.
I'm
here.
surprised
JV,
that was the 4 and not.
Not like smaller.
Well, I mean UC Davis. I mean, I figured that would have been 5.
Oh,
Screw
yeah.
Davis.
Well, I just felt like Charles Campbell was less.
You don't
known.
think of like kickers. I
UC
guess.
Davis
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, but the tight end from.
So you got
Should
2s
have
and 3
done-
categories.
I
and
should have done
ones
like
in all of
a
them.
transfer long snapper
Yeah.
for 5.
Yeah.
Davey O'Brien too.
Davey O'Brien 2. Which Miami quarterback won the 2024 Davey O'Brien Trophy?
Oh no, I don't know. Is it Tennessee Titans legend Cam Ward?
Legend.
Not a legend. You can add an S before his name. Scam Ward. I'll give you the points though.
Why didn't you do his little thing?
I enjoy watching Cam Ward get sacked
Oh, okay.
5
good.
times a game.
There we go.
Guy
Can you name what
stinks.
school he was at before Miami?
I can name the 2 of them because
Yeah.
it was Wazoo, Washington State, and then Incarnate Word.
Yep.
Correct.
Because we keep talking about
You
that.
get absolutely nothing for that.
You get yeah.
So I don't even
Congratulations.
get like a half
0
point. Do I
points.
even get like a cookie or something?
We'll do college towns for 2.
College towns for 2. Can you tell me where Indiana is located?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it.
I do.
Bloomington.
Bloomington,
yes.
Indiana
I-
University at Bloomington.
I was wanting to say South Bend.
That's good. Garrett, to you.
It's the other Indiana school. What categories have the most points left?
Season openers has got 2.
Season
The rest
openers
ones.
got 1, 2, and 5.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, and 5.
Davey, everything else got
I'll
1.
try the 5. Why not?
Which FCS school did Tennessee open the 2011 season against? I can add a hint if no one knows it.
UT Chattanooga.
That is incorrect. But if
Yeah.
no one if no one guesses it, we'll go back around and I'll give a hint and we can figure it out.
UT Martin.
That is incorrect.
That was gonna be my guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Go
Any
ahead.
other FCS school you want to think of?
JMU.
JMU. They're in the FBS.
Well, they were FCS.
I
back
guess
then.
FCS back then. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. But that is incorrect. Finally. All right. Hint. Back on the board. I'll even do it for 5.
Mm.
Hint. It is the name of a state.
Maine.
That is incorrect.
That was my guess. Hang on, let me cobble one together.
Got about 4 minutes here before the break.
North Dakota.
That is incorrect.
Yukon.
Well, hold on. Name of a
They
state.
were-
name of a state.
they're-
FCS.
Connecticut.
They're still part of the Big
Connecticut.
East.
But they were FBS though.
They were Big East.
What?
Name of
UConn was Big East.
Name of a state. FCS school.
Jacksonville State. I don't know.
Jacksonville State is not a state.
Just
give us the answer.
Montana.
Okay.
Montana, the Grizzlies.
Wow.
I didn't know we played Meyer. I don't remember that.
Well, it's 2011. I don't think anyone remembers it, to be honest. All right.
Davey O'Brien won.
Who won this year's 2025 Davey O'Brien Trophy?
It should be the Fernando Mendoza.
That is correct. 1 point for Con. That's what I called my neighbor growing up, Connor.
Player colleges for one.
Where did Tom Brady go to college?
Michigan.
There we go.
What's left?
College towns for one. Season openers 1 and 2. Transfers 1.
College down 1.
Florida.
Gainesville.
Gross.
All right.
Season opener.
Connor, we got Tennessee transfers, original home, and then openers.
I think I'll just take the transfers.
Where did former Tennessee quarterback Joey Aguilar transfer from? You can give any answer.
Any answer. The fire department.
Yeah, fire department. He came from, God, what was it? Was it some community college?
No, just give me. We got like 2 minutes.
I don't know. Butte Community College.
App State.
App State.
Is his right or wrong? Because I said App State.
What'd you say?
Just take App. Just give him App State.
You said some community college first.
Oh, yeah.
I said Butte Community College. Just give him App State.
I said App State.
I brain farted on it. Just give him App State.
All right, App State.
Is that right? What he said?
Give him App State.
He went to a community college before App State, but it was not Butte Community.
No,
yeah, it was like
it was Diablo Valley.
Diablo
Valley.
That was the one.
You got it. No, you got it. You said App. I just needed App State or UCLA.
I'm so confused on that.
I didn't need a fire department. Any of that. Brett, opportunity double up here.
Season openers for 2, I guess.
Who did Tennessee open the 2023 season in Nashville against?
Virginia.
That is correct.
And you got 1 point left.
You got 1 point, Garrett. Here we go.
Season openers.
Who does Tennessee open the 2026 season against?
Furman.
Furman.
Almost blanked for a second.
I did. I completely brain farted.
I
got both of the App State ones wrong.
I didn't know if you were playing a bit.
I didn't know. I was so confused.
I disgraced myself with App State. I'm so disappointed, man. Both questions wrong. It's a disgraceful performance.
All right, real quick. Let me add it up. 11, 14, 19, 21,
awful.
26, 30, 35 for Garrett. Connor. 18.
I think I had like 5 and about 7 assists. Does that count?
Brett was Diamond Edition. Brett was a 7.
Okay, career high.
No, he's got. Oh no, 7. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, when we come, all right, text me how much you guys want to wager.
What do I have again? Was it 25?
35, 18, 7.
18. Okay.
35, 18, 7. Come back. Final Jeopardy. Stay right here. It's Playbook. Fan Run Radio.
Congratulations. You found sports radio that doesn't suck. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
All right, back here on the playbook, wrapping things up on a Thursday. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Reminder coming up next, it's The Drive with Russell Smith, the Bear, and Walker Smith, rounding out your day here on Fan Run Radio. And real quick as well, we put out the official announcement today, and we'll talk about it tomorrow as well. But excited for Garrett, who will be the new host of Overtime from 6 to 8 Monday through Thursdays here on Fan Run Radio beginning next Monday. So excited for him. He's going to be joined alongside Caleb DeBusk, and both of them have formed some good rapport on the playbook over the summer. And Garrett's been at Fan Run for a good bit, so he's well-deserving of the call-up and a seasoned veteran in the radio airwaves, and excited for him and excited for us getting Overtime back. It's been kind of bare during that 6 to 8 schedule. And
your domain.
Obviously,
you're the last one to do it.
I know. Overtime holds a nice
Overtime
place
Bill,
in my
right?
heart. I know. I was Overtime Bill for a good bit. Now I don't even
Midday William.
Playbook P.
Yeah.
Playbook P. Playoff P. I don't know.
Midday William.
Yeah. So good stuff. Congrats to Garrett on that. Make sure to check them out. That begins next Monday. And then we'll have both Garrett and Caleb on the show tomorrow to get you ready for it. Also have their send-off on the playbook. But all right, final Jeopardy for our final thoughts today. And we'll look at the points here. These are now locked in. Garrett is wagering 2. Connor is wagering all 18. And Brett
I'm all in.
is all in as well with 7.
Okay.
Today's final question. Josh Heupel enters year 6 on Rocky Top this season. As we covered earlier, began his Tennessee career against Bowling Green in 2021. But now he's 6 years in, and he owns a stellar record with the Volunteers, one of the most winningest coaches during a 5-year stretch in Tennessee football history. Give me the number of wins that Josh Heupel has acquired since arriving at Tennessee. What is
closest?
Closest to the pin. Closest to the pin here.
So all the wins he has at UT.
All the wins he has at UT. Not Central Florida, just at UT. How many wins does Josh Heupel have? This is going to be closest to the pin for our final Jeopardy today. And as I think about that, a reminder to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We appreciate those active in the comment section today as we wrap things up. And really next week is when things really get rolling for Tennessee football, as we'll have training camp and all of that.
When is the official start? Do they start on Monday?
August 5th.
So Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesday is their official go time.
Gotcha.
So we'll get to see those girthy guys out there on the practice field. We got 1 submission. I've got 2 submissions.
Who hasn't?
It's me. I'm counting in my head. I think I did the math correct.
I'm hoping you
He's
didn't.
trying to hole in one over
I'm
there.
hoping you didn't.
All right, well, we're going to have a tie here because no one got it right.
Nobody got it right. Okay.
Shoot.
Are you going to give us the answer first?
The answers are 47, 46, and 44.
Wow.
The correct answer is 45. Josh Heupel is 45 and 20.
What did I miss? They won. The 2021 they won 7.
So
2022 they won 11. So that's 18.
Hold on, real quick. This is going to be the closest race ever. Garrett's going to win by 1 point. He's got 37 as the tally. And Concon's going to finish at 36. So
he guessed 46. Connor.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
And
Garrett guessed 44. Connor guessed 46. Brett was 47. So all you guys are right there around the number. But Connor is going to go home 1 point shy of a victory.
Because we tied?
Because you guys tied on the final Jeopardy. and you only wagered 2 points. He wagered 18. So 37-36.
But he gets it even though we were tied?
Y'all both get it.
He both gave you. Oh, did you give him his? Yeah.
Oh,
okay. He gave you the.
He only wagered 2 points.
He
He only wagered 2 points. Y'all are both closest to the pin.
I think that's why you wagered 2.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's why I wagered 2 was because if he got it,
A strategical play.
Yeah. So
I
which
guess I
one- Garrett was
miscalculated the number in my head because they won 7 in 21. They won 11 in 2022. They won 9. Oh, they won 9. That's what it was. They won the bowl game in 2023. I said 8. Yeah, they went 9-4. I forget about the bowl game.
Oh, it was 9-4 in 23.
Yeah, because they went 8-4 in the regular
thought they
season
won
and then
10.
won the bowl game against Iowa.
Yeah, Nico.
Okay.
Nico time in Tennessee. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for a Thursday edition of the Playbook. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Our final Thursday trivia in the books. Connor's going to have some
Heartbreak
nightmares
again.
tonight. Not going to be able to sleep.
It's like Sam Burns at these majors, man.
Yeah.
How close can he come?
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We'll swing it over to the drive, which will follow us up from 3 to 6 right here on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court-martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.